Hi everyone. Sorry, had a malfunction. My camera froze and then I lost my camera, so I don't know what happened here. So hopefully everybody was able to join back in with us. So like I said, we are going to use the Peaceful Evergreens bundle. So let me see if I can switch again and hopefully um, we can get this to work. So we'll just have to watch my phone. For some reason, it doesn't want to stay active. So, okay, so we're out of the mini catalog and we are on page 25. So, and like I said, this is a bundle that we're going to be using. There's actually, there is a suite, but there's a couple items that are not available right now. So the suite is not available. So I am going to use the Peaceful Evergreens. That's this one down here with the trees. I am going to be using some items out of the Peaceful Seasons 1, 2. So if that is something that you want to get, that I am using some of the dies and I'm using some of the stamps. So when you join, please comment and please share. And again, I'm sorry about having to go back out, but like I said, I lost my camera. So like I said, love technology. So, and then don't forget that on this catalog, there is 15% off all stamp sets through Wednesday. So only stamp sets, not bundles. So, okay, turn my lights up here so you can see there's no shadows in there. I look like a ghost in the background here though. It's so bright, but I like it to be nice and bright so you can see everything. Okay, so like I said, you are going to need to get this embossing folder to do these cards because I can't cut out some of the things and then you would if I would emboss them then you have to cut them out, there would be a ring around them. So okay, so for the first thing, I took this piece of cardstock and I embossed the trees. I am going to take my Mossy Meadow. Remember when you join, please just say hi and if you were on there before when I had to go out, I am sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to use a blending brush and I'm using Mossy Meadow. I usually just put a little sticky on here so that I know what my colors are. So we're just going to take a little bit and kind of just go over it lightly, just going over the trees. It just kind of it gets just the tips of the tree because it's embossed. It's a 3D folder. And after I show you the cards today, you are definitely going to be glad that you'll get it. Okay, so we're just gonna let me see here. There we go. When I had to go out, I took off my site and my postcode. Okay, so I'm just kind of, you can add as much or as little as you want. Okay. And like I said, if you want it a little bit darker, I put it kind of light in the back. Try to get the side trees. But some of the pieces of the embossing folder are pretty high, and so that you can get some of those pieces be darker like that. Okay, so we got that. And then we're going to take cherry cobbler. And this is just a really quick, easy card. We're going to put that on there. And our card base is our just the white. And so we're going to put that on like that. Okay. I again seem like I cut my piece a little bit smaller. I would have had it. I would have liked it a little bigger. I will show you the sample of it that I did. That it was bigger. So now with this this is the Peaceful Seasons one. I'm using that die in there, and so I am going to take one of the verses from again that stamp set, not the featured bundle, but of the, okay, so I've got that there. I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals. Like I said, this is a really quick, easy card. And we're just going to put that there. Now remember, if you have a $35 order, you are going to get the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. If you have a $50 order, I'm going to send you the sparkle gems. So those are really pretty. And just going to add those on there. And like I said, this is a pretty easy card. So, I mean, if this was a card that you could take and make multiple for your holiday cards. So that is our first card. And like I said, this is one that I made that I did it a little bit bigger. This is the size that I would send you. It would be bigger. I meant to do that, but you know how that goes. Okay, so for the second card, get some of my pieces here. Okay, so this one again is of my basic white. We're going to fold that. Okay, so I'm just going to set some of this aside. So first of all, I'm going to take the smallest cherry mossy meadow, and I'm going to go back to my piece there. Okay, so I am using white ink, and I'm also using my mossy meadow. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one tree. This is the tallest one, and I'm just going to use that one. And let me, okay, so I'm just going to stamp that. Okay, now I'm going to wash this off. Because I am going to use white ink, and I want to make sure that it is clean. No green on it. I could have done it the other way around too. Okay, so now we're going to take the white and Stamp that. And there. So that is the card. And I'm going to wash that off again. Get some of that white off there right away before it kind of sets on there. So, okay, put that aside. Then I'm just going to let that sit there for just a couple minutes while I do the rest of my projects. So now this is out of that other set in there, that Peaceful Seasons. And I cut this out of the white and the cherry cobbler. I am going to use my green glue my glue come out pretty fast this time. A little bit faster than I would have liked it to, but and so then I'm just going to layer that right on there. And this one will take just a little bit to dry. That one's sticking to my finger. So there, isn't that pretty? Okay. And we have a little white one there. And we're going to take the cherry cobbler, and I have the Mary. Okay. So I'm going to layer the cherry cobbler onto the mossy meadow, and then we'll put that onto the card base. Okay. Then I'm actually going to put some on here. Just sometimes if I don't know if my ink is quite dry, because the white takes a little bit to dry. And we just want to make sure that that is dry so I don't smudge it. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to take the Mary, and I'm going to add some dimensionals to there. And then the Christmas, we're going to add some dimensionals to that too. But I'm going to use the mini. I just want to make sure that it doesn't go out on the sides. These are so nice. And we also do have the black ones. I like those though when I'm using some dark cardstock and I don't want the color to show through on the sides. Okay, so now I'm going to put this right down the bottom. Okay. And take off my I've got a lot of stuff on my desk tonight. And so we're just going to put the Mary right there. And I'm going to grab some of my sparkle gems. Oh, and there is our second card. Isn't that pretty? I like using, and then sometimes you can take the trees. So say that you stamp this tree in the mossy meadow and take and try to line it up, but move it over just a little bit or down a little bit with white. So it kind of looks like a shadowy. So that's kind of another neat way that you can do this too. Okay, so let me get my supplies for my next one. Okay, so for this one, I have a gold and I have two mossy meadows, and those need to be cut out. So I'm going to cut out big one, cut that just so wasn't have much space there, do I? So we're going to cut them out like that. So let me get my machine here. Okay, so I'm going to cut all three of those. I can do those pretty much all at the same time. Like I said, that largest one, I didn't cut that. Not too big. Okay, so now we're just going to cut those three trees out. Okay, so I've got our gold. There's our mossy meadow. And there is the big mossy meadow. So now we're going to take our embossing folder. So we're going to take and put on our, so we're going to put on our big tree and there and there. And I am going to emboss them. As I said, you will need the embossing folder to do this week's card. I normally don't require it, but with this one having so many things that have to be cut, oh. Okay, so now there we've got these. So while I have my folder here, I am going to, there is 3 pieces of paper, and I think I can do them all. And then this one, I'm going to make sure that it's up higher. Okay, so we've got those 3. I am going to emboss this piece too, all 3 of these white ones. And I just moved them. Okay, so we're going to do those. So this is kind of one of those fancy folds again that I like to do. Okay, so we got those 3 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to get my machine out of the way because I don't need this anymore. Okay, so for, let me get this out of here. So we're going to take our largest tree. Okay, so we've got that. And what I am going to use is my metallic enamel effects. And this is the item number 161610. And it's a pack of 3. And here is the one that I am going to use. I'm using the gold. So I am going to put this onto my block. Again, remember, this is a 3D. And so it's really raised. Okay. And we're just going to let that dry. So take a baby wipe and wipe that off right away, because that will make a really big mess on your blocks if you don't get that off. See, so it looks really nice. So we're just going to let this dry. And like I said, that was the gold that I used. Okay, so for this one, that is the shortest one. I am going to stamp that right at the very top. Whoop, almost went upside down. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, got that there. So we're going to set that aside. So here is your cardstock, and it will be scored for you. So you're going to fold it in and out. Okay. Okay, so we are going to take, first of all, let's take the ones that we embossed, and we're going to put that on the outside. Okay. I had seen this card made, and it was so cute, and I'm like, okay, I was going to use this bundle, and I originally wasn't going to show this card. I'm like, I did this for my wild card class at my house, and everybody liked it. So, okay, so now we're going to take the one that has the image that is stamped, and we're going to put that right in the back in the middle. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so it's like that. So now we're going to take, this is also scored. Okay, so we have them like that. So you can see like that. And I am going to put some adhesive on these little tabs. I think my adhesive is just about out. Okay, so now I want to hold my card closed. Hold my card closed and put my piece there. So I'm kind of holding it down, and it's there. So when your card opens, it'll go like that. So now let's see how my little piece here is going. I could have grabbed my, still a little tacky. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and we can easily do this. So I'm going to take the gold, and I'm going to put some There. I'm going to go that down. We're going to have the gold right in the center. So got that there. Then the littlest one, going to, we're going to put that right on this end. Now, if you just let that set for a little bit, it would dry, but just because I'm wanting to kind of get going, I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. I'm going to be very careful because it is kind of it's still tacky up there. So I'm just going to, there, see, it's a little tacky. So here is your card. You open it up there, but it'll sit like that. So it's going to sit up, it's going to pop up. So that is your third card. Oh, and let me grab some gems, get some of them on there. Let's grab these. They're kind of gold. And, oh wait, just put one of these here. There. Okay, so there is with the gems on. Isn't that cute? So now, let's see which one is your favorite card. So we have card 1, card 2, or card 3. Let's see. Anybody? I haven't seen any comments. Let's see here. So card 1, card 2, or card 3. And like I said, that one actually will set up like that. So that little piece that you put on there will kind of pop it out. Oh, and I put mine up a little higher. I should have put it down a little bit more so it would hold it a little bit better. So should have been more even, I guess, with the bottom. So, okay, so Patty likes 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, so this is a really fun set. Like I said, this is the Peaceful Evergreens bundle. It's on page 25, and it is $59.25. And then if you have a $35 order, you are going to get the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. Now, you will need the Peaceful Evergreens bundle, but then you'll also need that embossing folder to go with that so that you can texture your pieces and stuff here. Cut them out and then texture them. And so then if you have a $50 order, I'm going to include a pack of gems, or these sparkle gems, I should say. So, and you have until Sunday, October 13th to place your orders, and then your order will be mailed out to you on Thursday, October 17th, and your tutorial will also be emailed to you that day too. So everybody that got the card class from last week, yours will be sent out and emailed out on Thursday this week. So let me switch here. We'll get some of my lights off so it isn't so bright. So hopefully everybody liked my cards tonight. I just love this bundle. Like I said, unfortunately, a couple items in the suite make it so that it's not available for the suite right now. I think it's the ribbon and that one designer paper. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. But then don't forget about the 15% off annual stamp sets, just stamp sets, not dies, that are 15% off until Wednesday. So that is a great buy. So, well, I want to thank everybody for joining me. And again, I'm sorry for my problem and my camera froze up. So it just went out really quick and come back in, and it seemed like it's been good. I've been that's why I stood up the whole time, kind of watching it. So if it was acting up, I could try to catch it before it shut all the way down on me. So, but I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Like I said, if you have any questions, please send me an email me or um, just message me on this thread too. So, but thanks everybody for joining me, and we will see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Bye bye.